Heterosexual cisgendered men do not have a problem with prostitutes. They have a problem with an even exchange. Retainer and so forgive the lisp. In a lot of conversations with cisgendered heterosexual men and very masculine-minded people, they refer to things as games. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Sometimes you'll even hear, people talk about what a deal they got on something. In many cases, people like this enjoy getting a good deal, a high-quality product for a very low price, or winning at what they consider a game against what they consider an opponent. So as long as these men view women as opponents or products or whatever it is that they can get at a very low price, the idea of going against a strong negotiator or someone who knows the game just as well as they do is not as appealing. However, what's also not appealing is someone who's willing to lose the game up front. This is why men who supposedly want a submissive woman don't go after pick-me's, because that kind of woman is not their opponent, that is their teammate. And this is why men like this and pick-me's tend to go after the opponents together. They're on the same team. This is also why the concept of effing someone is not just sexual, it's about conquering them. In these cases, sex is not about enjoyment, it is about power. And having power over another person encompasses the idea of an uneven exchange, which is the true objective, not just getting one's rocks off. Now back to the problem with the even exchange. You'll find that in conversations with people like this, it doesn't feel like a conversation, an exchange of ideas. It feels like someone is trying to win the conversation. This is how you can always tell a very masculine-minded person. And the reason I say masculine-minded person is because you don't have to be a man to think like this. With this kind of thought process, a lot of times people want to walk away feeling like they have had a victory. But in many cases, the only way that this person can feel like they had a victory is if it's at the other person's expense. And if the other person does not feel as if they've lost anything, then there's no way to prove that there was a victory. Sex workers tend to be people who are able to negotiate their own rates. They are very aware of what the game plan is. They create the boundaries. They know the rules. There's no walking away from the situation feeling like they have lost because it's an even exchange. This is a conspiratorial experience. And so if more women were to start to think like that in terms of seeing interactions with men as negotiations and recognizing immediately that there is a game being played and that the goal is power, this would destroy a lot of egos. And this is why prostitutes, sex workers, and anybody who is in any kind of position to be able to negotiate what they will or will not give in any given situation is such a threat, because the overall uneven exchange in our society would turn into one where both parties are worthy opponents.
Oh my goodness. Everything she said makes life so much clearer. I don't know if you've been wondering, but I know I have, why these men don't go and just get an SW, go get, a worker, a professional girl to meet their needs. This tells you why. They don't want that. They don't want a fair exchange. They want to trick it out of you. Okay, let me say that again. They want to trick it out of you. All right. It would be simpler to just go pay for it. All right. Make everybody's life, easier. We wouldn't have to even worry with these guys, be bothered that they're trying to run game. And game, that's what they call it. Running game. We go run game on her. All right. Because they do consider it a game. This is an exhausting thing, ladies. When I listen to some of these guys, it's like, you have got to be kidding. These are men treating women and women's bodies like a game. All right. And the name says it all. We're going to run game on her. All of the podcasts, all of the passport people, all of the whining and crying is him trying to get over on women. Okay. It's exhausting. I can see why so many women are just giving up on dating, because this is just tiring. It's like you're minding your own business and someone comes over and starts poking and prodding at you going, come on, play the game. And you're like, I'm sick of the game. I just want to be normal. This is a sickness. This is a craziness that I have never even imagined to be possible. That this is why women are exhausted. Because, who wants to try and figure all of this mess out? Oh, I'm going to be this persona, and I'm going to promise you this, and I'm going to lie about that, and I'm going to pretend about this, and I'm going to do this. All in the name of running game. All in the name of getting you to submit your body to their control. Yeah, it's sick. It is sick in the worst kind of way. I would watch this video a couple times if I were you, the beginning, because that's exactly what it's like. I didn't understand. And I had to watch it a couple times because I was like, she covered all the bases. Oh, they don't want a fair exchange, or they would just go get a professional woman. No, 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 no. That's not what they're interested in. Not even a little bit. They are only interested in playing the game and making sure that you lose. And what do you lose? Your body, and frankly, sometimes your mind, because that's the level of play that they have with this. Your feelings don't matter. Who you are don't matter. What you're about, all of the things you have accomplished in your life, all your happiness and joy is tied up in what they perceive to be a game. Yeah, pretty sick.